Hello Virgo, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. Virgo, how you doing? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. I've got a few decks here. We're going to look through these oracles first to get the overall feel for the week ahead, and then we're going to look at some tarot. Virgo, thanks for coming back here. If this is your time coming back, and if you're brand new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you about a sale that I have going on for the pre-recorded and private reads and live reads, and then we're going to talk about the extended. If you'd like to follow us into the extended, I'll tell you how to get there. So let's find out what's going on for you. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's going on for Virgo. We start the week with triumphant success. Something that is going to bring you great clarity. It does feel like a breakthrough. I'm just going to say, because we see this person breaking through the ground, right, with this sword. So it feels like it might be something that's groundbreaking for you here. A truth might be coming to light. That might be it might be something that shakes you just a little bit, shakes you into truth. Tell me more. We've got watch and wait. Oh, very interesting. The suspense is building. The momentum is building here. We've got card number 8. It says watch and wait. I think while you're watching and waiting, you're supposed to be focusing on whatever it is that is your biggest focus of the day. So 8s can be about the self, putting the hard work in. So maybe you're working hard at work. Maybe you're working on a project. Maybe you're building a business. Maybe you're working on yourself. It feels like you're going to have some sort of a breakthrough. And I think that breakthrough happens for you, Virgo, when you're not looking for it, when you're not looking around for it, is what it feels like here. We'll look at the bottoms of the decks in just a moment. Tell me what else is going on for Virgo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Virgo. One more card for Virgo. We've got the museum. It says artifacts and exhibits, interactive displays, museums, and collections. This does feel like there is something that is groundbreaking that is coming back from the past. Now, this doesn't have to be a person, but it can be. Artifacts and exhibits, interactive displays, museums, collections. In the museum, it's old things. It's things that give you memories, things that we never want to forget. And then we have watch and wait. I feel like someone is probably going to shake your world, or there's going to be some sort of groundbreaking clarity that you come up with. Now, it could be a change of mind. It could be a shift in your thinking, because we have swords here. So it could be that you come to the clarity of something that was very cloudy for you. And it might be while you're in the midst of doing whatever it is that you do for yourself during the day. So it says watch and wait. So maybe it's you come to this realization, oh, well, that's why they didn't call back. Like, it feels like you come to some sort of an epiphany, but it seems like it has to do with something from the past. So we've got material harvest, card number 9. I think you're on the verge of some sort of financial breakthrough, and it might not be huge, but it might be something. Look, maybe this is what the realization is. Oh, that's where that money went. Like, it could be a work thing, but it could be a home thing as well. We've got be at home. Maybe it is something to do with your home, but we've got card number 68, the Wombat Spirit. I think it's telling me to tell you to be solid, to be grounded. Material harvest does have to do with the home, with the health, eating well, taking care of you. It feels like there's going to be a spotlight on your wealth, your health, and your material things this week. So you might find, oh, that's where that thing went in the basement. Like, it feels like you're going to find something that reminds you of something of old, and that you are, that maybe you had been putting a lot of time, effort, and energy into thinking about that thing. And because you thought about it, it appeared. It feels like that. Bottom of the deck, we have the window. It says framed views, glass portal, and windowsill. It feels like something is breaking through here. Like, we have this hand breaking through the ground with this aha moment, sort of a moment of triumphant clarity. And then we have somebody who's by the window, and the window is sort of opened a little bit. It's like something arrives or escapes, or it feels like fresh air, like a breath of fresh air. It feels like while you are really thinking or working on something here, it says here the way you frame something, the way you look at it. And it might just be, oh, yeah, Okay, that's where that thing went. We've got the river, flowing waters, riverbank views. Riverbank views? Yeah, flowing waters. So it's going to be like something that shows up that it will just sort of float into your consciousness is what it feels like. It does feel like you're about to come across something, an idea or a shift in thought pattern. It definitely could be a person, but we'll look at tarot and see what that says. And it does feel like you're going to realize something, that's something that troubled you from the past, and while you're working, that's when it might show up for you. Let's talk about it here. Tell me about Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What are we talking about? Tell me about the triumphant success, please. Tell me about Virgo. We've got the Page of Pentacles. So it's a thought pattern that ends up materializing into something you can hold, touch, taste. It feels like it materializes into something. So it really does feel like it's a thought pattern that, oh, I remember it was in that drawer at the back of the basement. Like it feels like I remember where that was. We've got the Eight of Wands. It says, watch and wait. Something here is about to move quicker than it did before. So it's like something that shoots at you, something that energy that comes toward you here. We've got the Museum and we've got the Nine of Swords. It does feel like there's been a little bit of worry over something from the past, and it does feel like you are going to have a realization, an aha moment, where something's going to materialize that jogs your memory about something, someone. Tell me what this is. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles, please. We've got the Hierophant. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. And we've got the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. It does feel like found money. It feels like found money or the reconnection of something. The Five of Pentacles is in the reverse. And so it tells me if you had lost it or it was gone, you find it. Or if you were disconnected from it, it reconnects to you, or we come back into connection. The Ace of Pentacles is here. It does feel like found money. Is it possible, maybe you can let me know in the comments, but what I'm getting as an impression right now is that there is like a will, or there is a life insurance policy, or there's something that is in a drawer somewhere in the attic or in the basement or something like that. It feels like there is some sort of legal document or something like that that might point to the Ace of Pentacles, that might point to some sort of abundance or an offer. You might also be getting an offer. It could be because the Hierophant is here. So with the Hierophant here, the Hierophant can be corporation. So it can be your workplace, but it can also be a really strong and solid offer that is something that you can really dig your heels into. Like it feels like something that is really going to stand the test of time. The Hierophant is also the spiritual teacher. So we could be talking about something that you are finding of worth that all of a sudden materializes, something that you thought you had lost forever. And you get this sort of breakthrough or groundbreaking sort of energy of something that you reconnect with. Or maybe it's a person. Maybe you're reconnecting with a person. But you do see the value in it. And it does seem like it is a rather good offer. Of commitment, possibly a committed offer. So I'm going to say, because all of these pentacles are here with this Taurus energy, this is something you can count on. So if somebody says to you, I'm going to be there, they're going to be there. Or if this is a document that you find, it's still good. Like there's no date on it that says you have to collect by a certain date. It feels like something that is very valuable, or a sturdy or solid offer. Tell me about the Eight of Wands. Tell me about the middle of the week. Watch and wait. Watch and wait. So it feels like this is something that possibly shifts you into midweek. Something begins to pick up. Maybe work starts to pick up, or whatever it is something that's moving quickly here. We've got the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Tell me why. We've got the Justice card. We've got the Queen of Wands. Something begins to move really quickly. It's like some sort of a big, bold move. Something that I feel that you're going to have to be brave enough to do. So watching and waiting tells me that you've waited up to here a very long time for something to happen. If we are talking about something that is romantic between you and somebody else, I feel like somebody who wasn't making their intentions clear to you, Virgo, they're finally making those intentions clear. It feels like something is moving into harmony or balance. With the Ace of Cups in the reverse, it could be that somebody wasn't ready to show you their feelings, wasn't ready to open up to you. It feels like with the Eight of Wands, this now is starting to move forward quickly because someone has made their decision that they are going to make a big, bold move forward. So I'm going to say there isn't anything that you have to chase here. I think that watch and wait is telling me that it's already in motion with the Eight of Wands. It's already in motion. Something is going to come to you. You don't have to chase whatever this is. All you have to do is remain in balance. And I feel like whatever it is going to show up for you. Whether that is a person, it feels like something that is going to show up boldly. You're going to know when it's here. You're going to know what it is. You probably already do. And it feels like something is going to come together here. It is something that somebody has been working on, putting the hard work in on. Or maybe they're watching you put the hard work in on something. We could be talking about work. We could be talking about a job. That's something that you weren't sure about is about to come into balance. Tell me about the Nine of Swords, please, and the Museum. Feels like you've been worried about something that happened back there in the past, I mean. Tell me about this. We've got the World card. We've got the Devil. And we've got the Two of Wands. So I feel like there is a decision that you have to make about closing a door to something or someone that has been codependently attached to you for a long time. It does feel like the world is the wrapping up of a cycle or a chapter, and everything is about to shift forward. But the Devil energy is here, and the Two of Wands is here. It feels like you need to make a decision about what you're going to do. What actions are you going to take? Because it feels like there is something here that you've been worried about that may show up from the past. It could be a person, it could be a situation that you hoped that wasn't going to show up again, but it feels like it is going to show up again, and you're going to have to make some type of decision about what to do next, because this thing will not leave you alone. It feels like you want to close the chapter, but you just don't know how. The Nine of Swords is here. It feels like it's been weighing on your mind, worrying you, and you don't know how to cut it off or sever the connection between you and the Devil. It feels like forever there's been somebody who's codependently waiting on you to make some sort of a decision that has to do with something that might be family related, or something that might be the relationship. Look, maybe you're separated and not yet divorced, and somebody wants you to file for divorce papers. It feels like there's a decision that has to be made on something that has been put on the back burner. We finally have to close the door, because this is something I'm going to be chained to for the rest of my life if I don't do something about it. So this definitely could be somebody that you're connected to from the past, and you know that it's time to finally let it go. It's time for you to maybe go to get this taken care of legally. The Queen of Wands that's the bold move. Ace of Cups in the reverse is, I'm just going to let this thing go. I'm not in love anymore. This isn't my path anymore. I feel like that this is only going to end up in some sort of material harvest. And it doesn't have to be money, the material harvest, because material harvest is materials, right? So it could be your health, could be your wealth, could be your home. And it does say be at home. Somebody is by the window. It feels like you can breathe again. I'm going to say, once you finally take care of it. But it does feel like it's something that you've left on the back burner for a while. But it is something that is going to come to your, come into view again. There's going to be a breakthrough. And it's going to reconnect to you. So this could be a person. Ace of Pentacles here. It does feel like it is, somebody might give you a lucrative offer. It's like, okay, finally, let's split the assets on the house. It feels like that. It could be something that has to do with work as well. We're going to go to the extended. If you'd like to be in the extended, we're going to talk more about all of this. We're going to pull it apart, all scenarios, because it's a general reading. It can be many different scenarios. But I'm going to put down 3 cards here. Virgo, we're going to go into the extended. If you want to be there, please look at the top of the comments. There is one pinned comment. It will tell you how to get to the extended, whether that's through the membership area or just purchasing this outright. There are some sales, and there is a new sale. I do have a 10% off sale now on my pre-recorded readings. So if you're not interested in live, all the live readings are on sale between 5 and 75% off if you do book ahead with me. But I also have pre-recorded readings. That sale is on from the 15th to the 31st only, 10% off of any of the packages that I have over at Hypsee. Please take the link to Hypsee to take a look at my pricing. I have added 4 new different kinds of readings there. So there's quite a few for you to choose from. Let's put down some cards here. We'll put down 3 cards. We'll find out what we're talking about in the extended. Of course, we always go through and we clarify to get more details for you so you can figure out what's going on here and if it pertains to you. We do have the Chariot. Something is about to pick up. Something is about to pick up because there is something here that needs to come into balance in order to move forward. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. We've got to go over the details, and although it's time for us to finally wrap this up and move this forward, it feels like we've got to look at some of the details first. The 6 of Wands tells me that there is going to be something here that we can finally step across the finish line. It does feel like there's been a hard cycle here, something that's been weighing heavy on your mind, something that's been attached to you that won't let go, something that is going to help you make a really big, forceful and bold move forward in midweek, and you're going to be able to finally let this thing go after it hanging on you for a very long time. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. There it is. We start with the Ace of Swords. We end with the Ace of Swords. I'm going to go into the extended. If you'd like to be there, you know how to get there, and I'd love to see you there. And if not, if this is where we part, that's cool, Virgo, because I'll be back, because I'm always back. You guys take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the extension if that's where you are. Bye-bye.